Okay, so basically this is another video by Puppet Wing for Blender. Um, Now what happened was at the end of the animation video that I made previously, I kind of concluded it with some maybe misconfusions in rendering. So you do press Control F12 to render. I was just kind of confused. Now, because you couldn't select, but then I just looked at the program again. So we're just going to open a basic animation. This is not the same one from before, but now I switched back to the model scene if I was on the previous, so just switch back to the basic model so that you can select all that. Although if I select animation, if you don't have a model, you can probably just select the scene. But just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to select back to model. Okay, so now you have all these options. So you have JPEG right here, so your file format. You can also choose AVI, which is an actual animation, but JPEG will create a multiple of images, which you are going to need maybe a program such as Gimp to put together. But the nice thing about JPEG is that it creates each frame as an image, so if your computer crashes, you will have like 25 images done, and you can just start again if you're making a long animation, 2 hours long or something. And that would take like a day or two, and you don't want to have your computer constantly on. So now, if you actually did everything that I said, so hit render, render animation, or press Control F12, you would be done rendering, and you'd see something kind of like this, except for it would be frozen on the last image. But this is my new animation I just recently created, so that's that. So what I did was I rendered it already, and you can just hit the animation right here as well if you're in this menu, and that will also render it. Then you can hit play to play the animation over, see if anything wants to be changed. Now you will actually, if you're making a file directory, it will go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you actually save a new animation in the same section, it will still be frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's actually overwriting the old frames, which is important to note. Now you just click here on the output, and that will show the file directory. So I have 1 to 25 frames here, but then after the 20 on the 26th, that was my previous animation made the day before. You can also just click P. This will put you at the C drive. You can also switch drives: C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, all that. You can choose desktop, which is actually kind of one of my favorite. So I'd hit desktop, and let's just make a new folder. So go to new, right click, new folder. Let's just call it test. Okay, so test, or whatever you'd want to. Now you'd go back to Blender, make sure you click the little kind of place where the temp used to be. You can click right over on this menu, and desktop should be one of the settings, so it would be like users, and then your username. My name is user right now, and desktop. Then it would be slash, and you're going to need to add a slash after that, so test slash, and then the file name right here. So let's just call it box move. Okay, that should be good. Now we have this, so this is for image background on if you want that, and that's basically just going to be background buff, and that's going to stay in the back all the time. So you can maybe like render your background somewhere else if you wanted to, but I think you need to put it in the same place. I'm not sure. Let's just see. No, that selects the background. Yeah, you're going to want to make sure your background's in the same folder. So you can also click folders, like I just clicked one and test, and now it's in the same folder. So that's great. Hit just save. So oh wait, forgot I didn't hit the select output. So now I'm going to select that, and let's just do box move as the name. Select output for pictures, and it should go to a menu like this. Then you just hit the animation or the render animation or you can just press Control and F12 at the same time. I'm going to do that. So now it's rendering my animation in this new folder. I had it previously rendered in a different folder so you could kind of see it. I chose JPEG, my size. You can choose right there the X by the Y. The Y is going like this, which is vertical, and the X is horizontal, just like how it's actually done in a graph. You have aspect, so this would be like if you wanted to decrease the percentage, it would decrease by 10% on there, and you'd probably want to decrease by 10. If I hit them by 90, it would be decreased by 10% on the X for the X90. There's also other formats where you can do video, but remember, if your computer stops working, you're going to need to edit that. But video is much better for editing, so it's kind of a plus or minus, because you can edit video much easily. It's much more easy than editing just the pictures together. Now, I do have the program Gimp. It is a free program, and this, I might be doing a few Gimp tutorials, but I'll just basically be showing you how to morph it into a JPEG. There's probably like other options, but I mean not a JPEG. Morph your JPEGs, into an animated GIF, which probably will decrease the quality of colors, but you know, that's not that big of a deal if you want that. But sorry, I kind of got a call there. So I think we'll just open Gimp. So I have Gimp 2.6. You can download it for free off the internet. Just look Gimp. Okay, so I open Gimp. I think it's done rendering now. Frame 23, 24. I only made it 25 frames just to actually speed up this, whereas my last one was like huge. Yes. So that's 27. Whoa, what happened here? Maybe I made it 30 frames. What's this? My computer's being a little slow. Wait. I have to wait until that's done. It should be done. 29 frames. Okay, it was 29. Yeah, I know sometimes you don't really want to mess with your computer while it's rendering a Blender file, just because it like screws up the program if you try and use the program while you're rendering a Blender file. So yeah, it was 29 frames, not 25. So let's just go to Gimp, go to File, and let's go to Open as Layers. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's see, Desktop, Test, and yeah, we got all our images. As you can see, if I actually click over here, you'll see the difference. Oh man, okay, so I think that was Control. Okay, so you hit Control A to select all. Just doing that little shortcut instead of selecting each individual image. And let's just do Open, and now it will open it as a sequential image. So now I'm going to go to filters, animation, optimize for GIF playback. So let's see, spinning globe. Okay, yeah, I think you can only get a GIF here, but you know, it's an animated GIF, which is kind of an image format that can also have animation in it. Not usually audio though. Okay. I think that. Oh wait. What did I just do? Don't save. Maybe it's filters, animation. Okay, wait, playback. Yeah, wait. No, I'm just gonna make sure it's working. So you can hit playback, filters, animation, playback, and hit play. And yeah, that's what I did. That's how I found out if it was reading properly. So that should be it. If you have a problem there, just kind of go Control A and select all and try and file open as layers. You have to open as layers. So let's go save as. Let's just save it. Man, that's weird. Okay, so we do want other options. The extension, so you're going to select, see, it should kind of look like this at the beginning. So let's go to extension, GIF image, and yeah, GIF image, so select that. So now that changes to GIF. Let's just go or actually just do moving. We're just going to switch it to moving. The name, it's going to maybe do motion. So I switched the name to moving. We're going to still save and test. It's just so that it doesn't rewrite an image that might have the same name as the JPEGs. Yeah, we'll just save there. Now this will pop up, and because we have multiple layers, we can either set it as an animation, which is what we want, or flatten. Flatten will actually convert all the layers together as one. That's for if you have multiple objects and stuff, but that's what we're going to want to do. Save as animation and just keep this by default. Don't convert to grayscale. Export. Okay, it says it's not responding, but it's probably just going to take a second. And okay, now another menu. So loop forever would mean that the animation will loop forever. Depending on if you want that or not, like if you wanted this as your kind of logo for I don't know, website, you might want loop forever, but if you don't want loop forever, don't select it, because that will make it so that it's easier to put into a video editor, because you can just probably put that GIF file into video editor and it will work. But just uncheck that. I don't care, you know, just leave the rest of the settings at default. Hit save, and there we are. We should have it in that directory. Let's just minimize and check it out. Yeah, Gimp's kind of weird because everything's in multiple windows. Moving, that's the image. So it opens in Internet Explorer. I have no idea why it does that, but Internet Explorer is not my default. But yeah, there we are. So just hit refresh, and now it plays once, and that's it.